CBS's John Dickerson was the chief moderator at last night's Democratic debate in Iowa, and in the wake of the Paris attacks, he put this question to Hillary Clinton.
Do you agree with that characterization, radical Islam?
I don't think we're at war with Islam. I don't think we're at war with all Muslims. I think we're at war with jihadists who have...
Just to interrupt, he didn't say all Muslims. He just said radical Islam.
And Mercedes Schlapp, does that, that used to be kind of a GOP talking point.
Sure.
President Obama, Hillary Clinton won't use radical Islam. So now here you have CBS host of Face the Nation asking the question, does this indicate how the media coverage is changing in the wake of Paris?
Well, what's interesting is I think for John Dickerson is the fact that that would be a question that you would maybe hear a conservative moderator ask. So I think for us GOP voters to be out there and say, wait a second, you have a CBS moderator asking this very valid question, because this has been a point of contention between Republicans and Democrats in really using the right terminology. And the fact that Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama want to be politically correct and not use the word radical Islam when we know it's radical Islam is very fascinating, I think, for the voters, especially in light of the Paris attacks.
And the Republican presidential candidates are piling on Donald Trump and others, and at the same time they're saying, look, we were right about immigration, because look what happens when people who want to cause trouble, kill Americans are let into the country. Are the media now going to pay more attention or view the immigration question through a different lens?
Absolutely, because we just are seeing that, for example, they're saying that about 10,000 are coming in into New Orleans, and the media focus has been, well, wait a second, now we have 10,000 of these coming in, and the fact that President Obama and the administration have agreed to maybe 65,000 coming into the United States. So a lot of questions are going to be raised by the media. I think these are incredibly important questions to make, as well as the fact that these debates, there's going to be a primary focus on what are we going to do with these Syrian refugees.
So how did John Dickerson and his CBS colleagues do in handling that Democratic debate with Hillary and Bernie Sanders and Martin
It's interesting. According to Politico and to the Daily Beast, they said that he was almost a quote-unquote, Politico used the word almost a perfect moderator. I've never quite heard that, but they used a term called disarm charm. He's able to ask these pointed questions, very aggressive, but also with a very calm demeanor. I thought it was very effective. He had very good follow-ups. And interestingly enough, I think from a social media standpoint, they were able to bring in Twitter, integrate Twitter with some questions. Again, I think it really worked well. Unfortunately, it was on Saturday, so I don't think many people wanted to watch it.
Well, that's the key thing. With the broadcast networks, they seem to want to bury these things on Saturday night, and I'm sure they'll get millions of people watching, but it wouldn't get the attention that it would primetime during the week. I thought John Dickerson did a very good job, particularly on the follow-ups, in which case he was able to try to press Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders. I mean, whether it was ties to Wall Street or on this question of, they changed the whole debate because of the Paris attacks, and that was the right call. Mercedes Schlapp, thanks very much for joining us for the hour.